Hello, gorgeous soul, and welcome to Susie's Enchanted Crossroads. I'm Susie, and this podcast helps you navigate your journey through the crossroads by taking a deeper look into witchcraft and spirituality. So settle in, get your beverage of choice, and let's get this episode going. Whew. Hello, gorgeous souls. How are you all doing? Um, fuck. Okay. Like, right? Am I like anybody else out there just like, fuck, bro, I mean, I don't know if this is like a re Mercury retrograde slash eclipse season hangover. I don't know what the fuck. Um, I felt really, really good, energized, pumped, ready to fucking go. I was making content. I was, launching my new Words Are Hard Today, my new program, Phoenix Rising, which I talked about in the last episode. And then all of a sudden it came to like a screeching halt. And at first I was like, well, I already knew this was going to be a painfully long week at my mundane job. I already knew it. Like I was already getting prepared for it. And then I was like, well, maybe it's because I'm about to start my sacred bleed. I'm always fatigued around this time, but I'm never this fatigued. I'm never this fucking dog tired. And it's not that I'm working myself to death at work. I mean, I know better than to do that now anymore. But damn, gosh damn. And it's crazy because I was talking to my sister, and I don't know if you feel this. Let me know if you do. Where it's like, I was in January, right? And we're like, January is like 50 million days long. But then in retrospect, right now, it's already May. What happened? Where did almost half the year go? Excuse me. So, anywho's, that's where I'm at right now. And honestly, I was okay, so here's my thing. If you follow me on my socials, I posted and reminded you beautiful listeners and my followers, if you have any topic ideas or any questions, let me know. You know what I mean? But and anyways, I love reading everything that y'all leave me. Some of y'all have emailed me. I love reading those emails. Some of y'all just show me some love in my socials and tell me that, you're loving the podcast so far. And let me tell you that I read all those and I respond. Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone. And it really warms my heart. It makes me so giddy. And I'm like, hey, someone's listening out there. Because I see the downloads, but to hear from you is so different. Like it just hits different. So please don't be shy. Come on over. At any rate, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So just asking, as I tell you at the end of every episode, down in the show notes, there's a link. If there's a topic you want to just, hear me discuss, if you have a question you would like me to discuss on the episode as well and bring it up, please don't be shy. I'm reading them. I actually did get some responses. And no, they're not silly. I read one, I was like, this is probably silly or dumb, but I would like to hear about. And I was like, that's not silly, nor is it dumb. Also, I need to let you know that because of just the week I've been having, you're gonna hear my little pup Cody in the background. He is in here with me in the recording room, and he is going to town on his new toys. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. Also, my parrot was going a little wild right now, and he stopped. I think my husband went back into the room, so he's like, "Cool, I'm not by myself." But if you hear anything like that, that's what's going on. So what I'm getting at is I already had a bunch of topics lined up, and my Virgo self was like, I'm gonna go in this order, and that's just how it's gonna be, and boom. And maybe that's the lesson I'm learning here right now is sometimes we just need to allow the plans to go off the rails. So today's gonna be a different episode. I'm actually going to do readings for the zodiac. So for the collective, I'm going to hit up those zodiac signs. And that's just what we're fucking doing in this episode. Let me know if you like it because I do have some ideas. And I do love doing these. When I used to host my other podcast, my co-host and I would actually go live on Instagram and pull live as we were recording. And I thought that was fucking cool. I really enjoyed that. So I might go back to that. But right now I'm fresh out the shower with a roller in my hair. So I think we'll go ahead and settle for just the recording for now. Cody, hey, so sorry. This boy be all of almost spilled my moon water, bruh. All right, let's get to it. We are now in May. We just celebrated Bieltana, which I will be going over what the Wheel of the Year is and the Sabbats. But this is the 1st of May. This is a time for celebration and creation. Um, Creation in the sense of coming forward and bringing to fruition what you want for the next year. What have you been planning? What have you been, working on? It's time to really start putting that into motion or and not figuratively speaking, where maybe we get some loving going on. Always promote safe sex. So just that little tidbit. But what I also learned in doing a little bit of research and listening to a lot of other people talk about Beltane, or Beltane, sorry, Beltane, is a lot of people call it Beltane. In the Irish term, it is Bealtaine. And something new that I learned that I do want to share with everybody, as I will dive deep in this when I do, talk about Beltane a little bit more is this is the day before, so I know it's going to be a little late but by the time it hits the airwaves, but really evaluating the next steps that you're going to take. So re going through contracts again, is this something you want to keep doing? What are you going to change? What are you going to keep the same? And also, if you've been on the fence on some things, what's keeping you on the fence? Like what's stopping you from taking that first or next step and evaluating, sitting with it for a while and just really going for it. If you've been weighing out all your options and the only thing that's stopping you is like your fear to go forward, it's time to go forward, gorgeous soul. It really is. And yeah, I'm gonna toot my own horn here with my own program. With Phoenix Rising, I really help dive into that fear of whatever you may have, fear of success, fear of failing, um, really going in and seeing what blocks you really have, as a woman and probably a firstborn, all of the responsibilities you feel just land on your shoulders. And sometimes all it takes is just a supportive community, which I am very proud to say that I hold, or for someone to hold space for you. But I also have that, mm, it's like tough love kind of thing. But I come from a very almost big sister like energy where, yeah, it can be scary, but fuck, you're gonna just collect cobwebs right there. Let's go. Let's move a little bit. So that's what this energy is bringing is let's go. Let's go outside. It's time to open up the windows. It's time to open up the doors, air out the house. And that's of course the metaphor for yourself. Like, let's go. Let's give ourselves a good stretch. Let's go for it. Let's see. So with this new energy coming in, I thought I was sitting on my sofa, dead ass tired, I'm not gonna lie. And I I was stuck at my own crossroads. Do I get up? I'm so fucking tired. What do I talk about on this episode? I have so many things I want to discuss at one time. What would be the perfect next episode? Oh, I just won't record it today. I'll just record it tomorrow. And then tomorrow came and went, and the next day came and went, and I was like, fuck, I'm falling behind. I need to do this. And not that I didn't want to do it. It's like, where's the energy to do this? Why am I getting stuck? And I shit you not, I was messaging my mentor and my friend, and she brought it up first. She's like, "Fuck, I don't know about you, but I'm tired." And you know what? Just feeling that I wasn't alone in that, I was like, "Dude, fuck, me too. I'm tired." It's like physically tired, but almost also that mental exhaustion. I know a lot of you can relate, especially whatever. I don't care well, I do care, but whatever, wherever you are in the world and you're just watching, if you watch on social media what's happening, it's going to feel heavy and it's going to weigh you down. But it's more than that, but that also does weigh. So we're chit-chatting and I'm like, you know what? I think we just need a day to like come together. And it's like I had said in a previous episode, it's like, man, you don't know when you're in the thick of it, but it's okay to ask for help, or it's okay to reach out to a friend and be like, dude, are you feeling tired lately? Like, I know we tired every day, but extra. And sometimes just that really it can make a difference. Like not feeling alone. So sometimes being heard is just and being listened to helps. So I thought, fuck it. I haven't done tarot readings in a while. Um, I think it's go time with that. What do y'all think? So I'm going to pull for the collective out there and I'm going to go with the zodiac signs. So the way you can do this is a couple of ways. Getting your cards read isn't just for your sun sign. You can also do it for your moon sign or your rising sign. So if you know your big three, I invite you to listen and see what cards come up for you. If you don't know what your big three are, you can access that in your birth chart. You will need to know your time of birth and your place. And you can actually Google it, like free birth charts, and you can fill out all the information. And it's kind of almost easy peasy lemon squeezy if you're just looking at your big three. All right, so this is for the collective, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And again, if you would like a personal reading, reach out, book with me. Let's do this. Let's go through this together. All right, so let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths together. Let's ground ourselves before this reading. We're going to take a deep breath in, exhale out. And take a deep breath in and exhale out. Last big deep inhale in and exhale out. Allowing your shoulders to hang heavy, releasing the tension. Maybe do some shoulder rolls to the back, really squeezing those scapula together. Ah, unclenching our jaw. Maybe doing some head rolls, nice and slow. Yeah, that feels so good. So just gotta release the tension. Okie dokie. So as far as oracle cards, I got the Awakened Soul Oracle deck. None of these decks are sponsored. However, if y'all want to sponsor me at any time, please reach out. All right, for the collective, what does the collective need to hear today? Will be your signifier card, the energy for the reading. Wow, that jumped right out at me. We got guidance. And this woman, this person is, ooh, I love that. She has a table in front of her. Looks like she's sipping a beverage of either tea or coffee. Honestly, this like looks like me. This person has long hair, dark down. She's wearing almost like I can't really see if it's a dress or pants, but she's seated. It looks like a dress. It's baby pink. And on the table in front of her, she's reading tarot cards. So I'm going to take that as I am your guidance because that is what is on the tarot card. And the next card is Shadow. So we have another figure. She's in a dark cloak. It's hooded. With two hands, she's holding a candle, a white candle. Behind her is giving high priestess vibes with two pillars on the side of her with two candles lit. She's got a mask on, and it's almost like that mask we kind of put on for every day. But really looking at our shadow self, the face in the mask has their eyes closed and mouth really relaxed. So, all right. Those are going to be our signifier cards. So let's get to it. Let me eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. Let's start with Leo. All right, Leos. Leo, sun, moon, or rising. What is the energy? What is the message for the month of May for, oh shit, Leo. That was okay. That was super fast. The Death card. Now, if you're new to getting tarot readings, there is never any negative or scary cards. So, the Death card does not mean someone is going to perish. The Death card is symbolic of you need to release, Leos. There is something that you are not releasing, you're not allowing to let go or move on in the cycle. So in this card, and I'm using the just the OG Rider-Waite-Smith deck here, but with this death card, as far as like the shadow card and guidance is allow death to happen. It is a natural cycle. Okay. In winter, that is death. But that doesn't mean that everything that goes to sleep dies. You need to, there's that moment of rest and then rebuilding, and then we come, we become born again. And I feel that Leos, you need this rebirth. What are you scared of? What's holding you back right now? This is the time where if your guides are guiding you to, hey, it's time to put some of these things to rest. It's time to either push past this or acknowledge it and face it head on. I mean, it is what it is. It's got to be done. Cool. All right, Leos. Let's go with Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. What do my Aquarius loves out there need to hear today? Or for the month of May, excuse me. Oh, another major arcana card. The Hierophant. Okay, Aquarius. Really looking at what traditions are important to you. What traditions are important to you, and what lessons are you going forward in either learning or you're going to teach? And if you're going to teach something, Aquarius, you need to make sure that you have your boundaries and your pupils understand that this is what you are teaching. They can either take it or leave it. Now, with the same breath, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? So in this Hierophant, there are keys crossed right at the bottom of what looks like a religious figure, right? And in between the two people on the bottom looking up to this religious figure. Now, I'm not saying this is based on religion. It's just like this hierarchy, but really embodying like what is important to me. And again, looking at that shadow self, like really pushing for like what really moves me. Seriously. And I know y'all are not afraid to speak up, just like my Leos. You're it's not that you're afraid to speak up, but it's also the way that you say it, right? For the both of you. Make sure you're speaking clearly. We're not too forceful here. Okay. Um, and and really setting that boundary and what is it that you want to accomplish? What is your end goal here, Aquarius, with this Hierophant? And I was guided to the number 5. The fives usually are about, it's almost that in between where it's like, oh, what do I want? It's almost like a little bit of a struggle. But really, if you're guiding or you're being guided, now's the time where it's like, you know what? This is important to me. This is what I want to do. Awesome. Actually, that was pretty good. All right. Let's keep going. Libra. All right, my Libras. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Energy for May for Libra. What do they need to hear for the month of May? Right? These are coming out like hotcakes. Spirit is not playing. All right, here we go. King of Swords, Libra, air energy. The King of Swords is that of an authority figure, and they cut through the bullshit like crazy. This is balance, Libra, and you know that with the scales, right? You know all about that balance and justice, and that is not only for those who you think need karma. Because sometimes Libras, y'all need everybody, but you need to watch yourself. Make sure that you are keeping the balance and that you are not tipping those scales one way or another. Okay? Because we are not sitting into heavy emotion here. We are sitting in where you are thinking logically, but make sure that the way that you are speaking and speaking your truth, the way that you are doing it. Okay? We don't want to be shifty. We don't want to be um what's the word that I'm looking for? We don't want to be too harsh either. Okay? You know what you want. Sit on that throne. Feel good about your choices, but be mindful about the way that you're making these choices as well. Because if we're looking at this shadow aspect with the King of Swords, we want to make sure that we are going forward in valor. Hold on. Cody. Okay, I don't know if you can hear Cody's just going to town over here. All right, Libra. So, yeah, I love these new ideas and this thought process for you, Libra. Just want to make sure that you're good as we progress through that process. All right, let's get straight into it. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do my Sagittarius need to hear right away? Damn, that's quick. All right, my Sagittarius, Four of Pentacles. I know sometimes we feel that we need to hold on to things in order to preserve, because it's hard to let go sometimes. But we got to release the grasp a little bit. We got to relinquish that control just a touch. Because remember, the way the universe is we need to kind of purge and we need to release some things in order to receive. It's almost like when you have a full plate and you're asking for the universe for whatever is on your petition, but then the universe is like, how can I gift this to you if you have a full plate? Like you have no room, literally have no room for dessert. How can I give you dessert that you want? So, for example, I'm pretty sure I had said this on an episode, but I fucking went through my closet and I had to go through a lot of my clothes. And sometimes we hold on to those things. We really, really do. It's like, oh, but I remember when I wore this and insert whatever reason or whatever memory. But as soon as you start releasing those things, you will receive the new things. We can't continue to hold on to the old. We got to release that. Hey, stop. Every time I start reading cards, like Cody wants to sit on my lap, but I cannot have that right now. Y'all will hear him nose whistling through the mic. All right, Sagittarius. So yeah, I mean, we don't got to be in control all the time. Start releasing a little bit. Stop, don't be a stingy bitch. Like release, give, start giving, start releasing. That's how you're going to get an abundance of things. Because when we hold on to something so tightly, then we don't want to move and we don't want to budge. And that's when we stay stuck. And then that's when our energy begins to deplete. All right, Cancer babies. All right, what do my Cancers need to hear? Sun, moon, or rising? Okay. Ooh, not the moon card. All right, Cancers. For this month of May, Cancers, I know sometimes when things are lurking in the dark, it can seem a little unnerving, not knowing. You can't really see clearly. Then we start to think about the shadow part, like, fuck. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I want to go through this again because I know my Cancers, we've been going through a hard time or we've been going through it, right? I know I have a couple cancer friends in my life, and it's like, and it's not just the Cancers, right? I feel a lot of that release in the purge of having to cry. I mean, how can we not cry at times like these right now? Crying in sorrow, crying in rage, and just, oh, just that release. So my Cancers is as far as like, because a heavy water card, you're a heavy water sign. Immerse yourself a little bit in the unknown. It's okay. You're not going to drown. You have to listen to that intuition, Cancers. Really listen. Close your eyes right now. And that one little thing that's been on your mind or holding heavy in your heart, how can we release that? Maybe it's more crying, but it could also mean it's okay to walk in the dark for a little bit. Shit, Susie, I've been walking in the dark this whole fucking time. Well, shit. Sometimes, it's darkest before the dawn, but that moonlight also shines right on you. And that is the emotion and that is the intuition. That's where you gotta really dig a little deep there. Dive a little deep. Wade in the deeper ends of the pool there. All right. Aries, fiery Aries. Let's see. Do my Aries need to hear the energy of the month of May? Here we go. Ooh, another major arcana card, the Magician. Fuck yeah, Aries. All right, so we just came out of Aries season, right? Well, not just came out, but we did just come out of Aries season, and we had the whole shebang in Aries. Fiery Aries. Remember Aries, we understand that you're that fire energy, you're that go here, almost hear me roar kind of thing. But as the Magician pops out, really coming down and back to yourself is yes, you are that bitch. Whatever you, male, female, you are that bitch. And I mean that, and I say that in the most empowering way. Because the Magician wields everything around them. If you're walking and you see a nice rock on the ground, you pick it up, you're going to utilize that to your power. You pick that rock up and you're like, damn, I'm going to put this in my pocket. This is a nice looking rock. I don't know what it is, but I just felt drawn to that energy and using that energy, walking forward, not being afraid, taking that first step, right? Aries is the start of the wheel of the year, or the wheel of the year, what am I saying? Is the start of the season, right? Of the zodiacs. And this is where we're coming alive and we're warming up. But it's also that fire energy, like, okay, like we're waking up now. Like we're not about this life of just sitting still and you're gonna talk shit to me. Absolutely not. But how are you wielding that magic? And how are you going to use this to propel you forward in May if you've been stagnant? You've been waiting on something. Let me tell you, it's not always going to be perfect. Okay. And if we're looking at that shadow aspect of the magician, it's like, hey, stop, take a few steps back. Maybe you're too close to the picture and see all that you have around you that you can utilize. Maybe see things from a viewpoint that you've never seen before. Hmm? Start looking at those things differently. Capricorns, what about my caps? All right, Capricorns. My Capricorns need to hear for energy of this month of May. Oops. Ooh, Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. All right, Capricorn, I see you. I see you. This is a time of, damn, you celebrating. Like you're not only celebrating with a close, whatever close family or friends that you have, maybe just a celebration of your guides, but whatever it is that you're working toward, keep going. If you have any uncertainty right now, no. You need to start flicking that imposter syndrome out, Capricorns, because this is a big win for you. Don't stop. Don't get sidetracked. Keep going and make sure that the people that you have in your circle are there for your highest good, that they are there to truly root you on. Okay? Be careful with snakes in the grass, which is so wild, right? You're like, damn, Susie, like, if you know tarot, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, that's celebration. That yes, but that's the message that's coming through because you want to be mindful of people that say to your face, "Oh yeah, I'm so proud of you," and then behind your back they're jealous as fuck. So, whatever it is that you're working on, I am fucking excited for you. Keep pushing on. Keep persevering because this is going to be good for you if you continue this route. But you need to put your wards up. You need to protect your energy. You need to protect your ideas and your creative thought processes. Okay? We don't have to post everything that we're doing and all of our ideas before they come to fruition. All right? But damn, keep doing the work. Keep doing the work, Capricorns, and it's coming through. That's amazing. Scorpio's moon or Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. What do my Scorpios need to hear? Energy for the month of May. It would be the Scorpios that take a while to have a card pull. Oh. Sorry. Oh, okay. And then I got like a shit ton of cards. All right, Spirit. My bad. Okay, let's do this. Hold on. The whole fucking deck was like, all right, bitch, you want to talk shit? Just like a Scorpio. Okay, what am I Scorpios? Here we go. Okay. And I'm a Scorpio moon, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, Scorpios. Nine of Pentacles. Fucking love this too. In this card, we've put in the work. Okay. You have been taking your time. You've been clearing out the weeds from the garden. You have been catering to this seed of whatever it is that you are bringing into this life or bringing into life. This is a good point where you stop and really acknowledge and pat yourself on the back on what you have already succeeded in. You have been working your ass off so much that you haven't stopped and giving yourself the kudos. Now is the time to, oh, damn, I did that. I did this. I prepared for that. This, you need to celebrate your small victories because in all actuality, they're huge victories. So whatever it is, like right now, tell yourself, you know what? Fuck yeah, I did it. I did. I mean, put humility aside. Like tell yourself, I fucking did it. Maybe it took blood, sweat, and tears. Maybe you had a few breakdowns on the way. That's okay. Who does it? That's what happens when you really care about something that you're putting into. So now's the time. The Nine of Pentacles, Earth energy is grounded. It's about your health, your finances, all of this just coming in. And this abundance is amazing. So kudos to you, Scorpio. Come on, give yourself some credit. All right. Um, Pisces. All right, my Pisces sun, moon, or rising. Oh shit. Okay. Well, didn't even need to ask the question. Here we go. Knight of Wands, Pisces. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. That's what the Knight of Wands is all about. This fiery knight energy is it's time to put the pedal to the metal. Let's go. What's driving you, Pisces? What are those dreams that you've been scheming up at night? Maybe a few nightmares here and there, but also what are those nightmares about? Are we listening to them? Are we remembering? Are we writing them down and becoming intuitive with our dreams? What are these wild endeavors that you're about? This is exciting because now it's like with this water sign, with this fire energy, it's like, let's go. Beckett, let's go. Also, the Knight of Wands is very sexual in nature. So, whether it's a romantic endeavor, if you're, dragging your feet on something, let's go. It's like I was saying at the very beginning of this episode, right? It's like, what fear is holding you back? What if they break my heart? But what if they don't? And if you're feeling a certain way, then why are you continuing in that same pattern? Listen to that. Think about it. If you're scrolling your social media and you're like, this person, I don't know, I'm getting the weird vibes, but I can't place my finger on it, block them. Or watch what you say around them. Watch what they post about you or don't post about you. It's those little things where you're like, just keep an eye on it. But this Knight of Wands energy, it's go time. And right now, and May is the perfect time. Whatever it is that you are dreaming up, whatever it is that you've been thinking about, relationship wise, career wise, health wise, now's the time. Take action. Stop waiting, Pisces. All right. Let's continue. Let's do Geminis. All right, my Geminis, where are you? All right, what do my Geminis need to hear? Sun, moon, or rising? Ooh, Geminis. Okay, 10 of Wands. Are we tired much? Yeah, I totally feel that. Um, but also, what are you carrying that's not for you anymore? Because the 10 of Wands is a person that is literally holding all of these wands, struggling, pushing forward. And sometimes the weight of those wands is too much. So we need to evaluate, is there a way to either break down this big project so that way you can, move forward? If we don't, I mean, I'm this way too. I'm gonna make one fucking trip. I'm not gonna go back to the car to pick up all my groceries, right? We're gonna put them all on my fucking arm. But in the process, I also don't want to break my eggs either. Those shits are expensive now. Have you seen the price of eggs? So, what are some things if we laid out all of these wands? How many wands can we just pick up a bit of it, a little bit at a time, travel forward and drop them off where they need to be, and then come back? Because if we're fumbling and we're holding on to this and we're breaking our back and we're pinching our skin, It's not gonna be a fun process. It's gonna suck. It's gonna drag, and then you're gonna be like, this is fucking, I don't know what to do now. Equally, when you lay out down and you're laying your wands flat, also evaluate like this fucking stick is not mine to to haul over there. Like I was holding this stick for a friend of mine, and you know what? They can have it back. Like I'm done helping at this point, or this is done. I can release this. Because sometimes Gemini is like you have such a big heart. You really do. And you care about things very deeply. And some of y'all out there will be like, a Gemini? Yes. Really speak to a Gemini. Um, but some of these things that you're carrying and holding on, they could also be energetically. So if someone is coming to you for advice, cool, and then they keep coming back, all right, sometimes it takes us a while to learn a lesson, then 3 times, then 4 times, then 5 times. And you know what? At that point, if they want to continue being a dumbass, they gotta learn. And that energy is not for you to continue to hold on to because that is also exhausting with the 10 of Wands energy. So we have to reevaluate. This is the end of the cycle. So maybe you're already realizing it. So come what may. As we're coming into May, now's the time where it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to hold on to this anymore. And it's time for that release. And if you need help releasing, book a session with me because I love doing that. I love doing that through my Reiki sessions. Cool beans. Virgos? I think Virgos are the last ones. I know I was bouncing everywhere. Not very Virgo-like of me, is it? But I wanted to keep y'all on your toes. All right, for Virgos, with the May energy. Oh shit. All right, here we go. You know what? I just appreciate the guides right now, the energy. They just be spitting these cards fast. All right, Virgos, strength. Another major arcana card. Speaking as a Virgo, sometimes not be we can't be strong for everyone all the fucking time. Okay? And if my chair's making a lot of noise, sorry. Um, Sometimes Virgos, we have to allow people and even allow ourselves to go with the flow. Ooh, I'm sorry, what? And sometimes we don't have to correct every single thing. And I know that's going to take strength. Trust me. But we can't just, it's like, okay, in this strength card, the figure is opening the lion's mouth. I'm not afraid. But it's not a forceful open. Because if you think about it, have you all ever had or seen when like your dog or your cat has something in its mouth and you're trying to get it out and they're just like, and they're fighting you? It's a control battle. Okay, well, with this is a time where we go through things gently and we're trying not to be judgmental and we're going to loosen the reins. I know, just a little bit, just a little bit. Because if we're white knuckling it and we're really trying to open that damn lion's mouth, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. And you're only going to get more frustrated, and the other person or your higher self or whatever the situation is going to get, it's either going to get more intense or less fun or whatever the hell that you're working on. Now is a time where it's like, all right, let's go through this from a different um position, right? So we're going to flip and we're going to see how we can really access our intuition and relinquish this sense of control just a little bit, just for this moment. Okay? And see how things begin to land at that point. But that's part of our shadow selves. Like we want to like, oh, let me help you. Oh, you're not doing it right in my way of what's right. But allow people to help you in the way that they know how, in a way that they are capable of doing that's not going to set you off. That line of communication, very important. Cool. Man, that was hard for me even to hear, I'm not gonna lie. All right. How do you feel? I'm gonna tell you, I'm so glad I got my booty up off the sofa to do this episode. I hope it resonated with you all. Um, Again, you take what resonates with you. If you don't jive with it, don't jive with it. It's all right. You don't gotta run with it. Leave it where it is. And if something else in another sign's reading hit, go with that. And hey, you want a personal reading? Reach out. Seriously, like I love doing readings. Readings are, uh, it's just like my happy place. For real. All right, in closing, I'm going to pull one last oracle card, just as a closing card. How can we ground ourselves and enjoy this month of May? Um, what do we need to hear? Ooh, okay. Shit, I love it. Two cards came out. Desire and simplicity. Oh my goodness. So gorgeous souls. Take whatever card I pulled from you for you as we look to that card with guidance and seeing the light and the shadow part of that card, of that reading. And as we tie it in together with desire and simplicity, what is it that you desire? Oh, I pushed this question as I was pushing my program a bit. Like, what do you desire? It reminds me of, if y'all have seen the show Lucifer, what do you desire truly if you sat and thought about it with no judgment, no criticism, and the simplicity of it? Break it down. If you are desiring peace and quiet, how can we simplify that for you so that you can achieve it? And only because I have Virgo's card, because it was the last one. So with that strength, and we're searching for whatever it is we desire, let's say it is peace and quiet, sometimes it takes strength to say, I need time for myself. Can you handle this task while I take a 5-minute break to go outside and just get some sun on my skin? That's breaking it down into simplicity. Sometimes the simplicity of things is just walking outside away from those awful office lights. Taking a break if you work in the medical field, and I know that's hard, and maybe just running some cool water over your wrists as you breathe. Hear yourself think for 5 seconds. It's almost summertime, so tired teachers out there. I get it. It's like fucking testing season and there's just a lot going on. The kids are restless. You're restless because we shouldn't be stuck to a chair all the time. Sometimes using your conference time to turn the lights off and maybe, I don't know, put on some nature sounds just for 2 seconds or just in complete silence. Don't worry about the lesson plan for now. Just shh. If you're a stay-at-home parent and it's hard to get time for yourself because you're working literally 24/7, if you can finally get the kiddo to take a nap, instead of wondering what the next task you can do, hey, maybe you sprawl out on the floor for yourself. Just feel the earth beneath your body supporting you for a change. Sometimes what we desire just needs to be broken down a little bit, right? Sometimes we desire freedom, right? It's like, oh, well, I desire to win the lottery. Sweet. Why? What's the lottery? Well, I'll have a ton of money. Yeah, but what about that ton of money? What does that mean for you? Well, I can quit my job. All right. Why? Why do you want to quit your job? Because I work 50 hours a week. I never see my family. Oh, so you desire family time. Sometimes we have big, big, big aspirations, right? And we feel like we can never get to it. But you really can. We just need to break down what it means for us. What do you desire from that? How can we continue to break it down into smaller chunks, right? Like the Gemini reading with the 10 of Wands. Can we put down all the things just for a minute and then step back and maybe shake our hands off a little bit? Like, oh man, I was holding on to all of that. And just find the simplicity of it, even if it's taking one wand at a time to its destination. And sometimes, and I know you're probably thinking like, well, shit, Susie, I can just do it all in one go, right? Like taking the groceries all at one time. Let's go. You could, but what is the process in which you are doing that? And is it really conducive to what your goal is, like the end game? Because I know some people are like, oh, it's about the journey. No, it's about just getting there. Who cares about the journey? The journey sucks. It doesn't have to suck all the time, you know. Spiritual growth can suck. Yeah, because you're shedding and you're in your rebirth. Oh, well, let me tell you. Everyone thinks like, oh, your spiritual awakening is like the rainbows and the fucking butterflies and you're ascending and you're floating in space. Yeah, but it's also a tower fucking moment. It's a lot of crying. It's a lot of loss and grief, right? Which one of y'all had the death card? Who did I read first? Was it Leo? Yeah. And you have to be able to release and grieve. And grieving is not about just when you lose something and it's sad. Sometimes it's even when you're gaining something like a promotion and you're moving up, but you're have to move away from your work besties. I mean, we're all ecstatic. Fuck yeah, you got that promotion, you're moving up, but there's also like, but shit, like I did this for so many years and these are my friends. They helped me survive this, right? So, shit. I know some of y'all can think of your work bestie right now. We're like, if it wasn't for this person, I would have burned this place down. But that's also grieving, right? That's also part of the death card. That's the rebirth. That's moving forward. And sometimes it's growing pains. But I love this. Thank you, Spirit Team, for this closing. And I don't know what prompted me to do it, but because normally I don't do closeouts, like it is what it is. Like that's your reading, right? Simplicity and desire. Beautiful. All right, gorgeous souls. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for sitting and listening and kind of let me know if you liked episodes like this. I had a good time. I think it was a good release. Don't forget to drink your water. If this resonated with you or you have further questions, reach out to me. You can email me at susiesenchantedcrossroads@gmail.com. You can DM me and hit me up on my socials. You can even book a personal reading or a Reiki session. Or I still have a couple of slots open for my Phoenix Rising program. Again, it's a 3-month program designed for you. Designed exactly what we just did these readings on. That's what I help you with. You personally, a one-on-one and as a group community. Like we gas each other up, y'all. Like we are supportive and we like we are rooting for your success. All of that can be found in the show notes. You got questions? Talk to me. I'm here. And thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. It'd be super awesome if you're listening on Spotify, you can like leave comments and stuff or questions around Spotify. If you're listening to me anywhere else, like Apple Music, you hit the 4 stars and you leave a review. That just helps boost this podcast, believe it or not, so more people can hear it. But at the end of the day, thank you for listening. It really means a lot. All right. Happy May. And until next time, I will see you at the crossroads.